This is a HeadGum podcast.
DK, Donkey Kong. DK, Donkey Kong is here. DK, Donkey Kong. DK, Donkey Kong is here. Sometimes it's that simple. We take naps in shelters and banana as we play you play GOTY candidate Donkey Kong Bananza this week on Get Played.
Welcome to Get Played, your one-stop show for good games, bad games, and every game in between. It's time to get played. I'm your host, HAC, along with my fellow host, Tiger Wiger.
That's me, Tiger Wiger, along with our third host, Mr. Games himself, Matt Apodaca.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the premier video game podcast, where this week we're getting right to it. The game, the legend, the myth, the man, the monkey himself, DK.
Donkey Kong. DK. Donkey Kong is here.
I have a quote from him I'd like to read real quick.
Yeah, please.
Okay.
Ooh, ooh, ah.
Pretty good. I mean, couldn't have said it better myself. Sage words.
I've also got a quote from him.
Is that? The rate at which he does consume bananas is a bit concerning. I think he's eating the peel. I think he's eating the peel.
Does that hurt?
To eat the peel?
Does that hurt you? Is it like an orange rind?
I've eaten a peel.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It's all starting to make sense.
I was playing a character in a sketch, and I ate a whole banana.
At least you did it in the name of comedy.
Someone handed me a banana. I was like kind of like a feral creature and just ate the whole thing while feeling it.
How did it go over in the room?
People liked it.
Of
Thought it
course
was
they
insane.
did. Yeah, it's a home run.
In the room. This was a pitch in your mind. Yeah, I don't think we're going to do that.
I don't know if you should do it. He's like, no, but I'm halfway done eating it. I'm getting to the stick part.
The stick.
The peel is actually really good for you.
The peel good
Is
for
it
you?
really?
Yeah. Contains fiber, vitamin C, potassium, magnesium. Only people who should avoid them are those with latex allergies.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, interesting.
What the hell?
Yeah. I mean, I got one of those.
Yeah, trust me neither, brother.
Our producer Rochelle Chan Ranch. Where do bananas go in your fruit tier list?
They're pretty low unless they're like
Pretty
in
low.
something.
Wow.
Whoa.
Like a smoothie.
Wow.
So you're talking like a C tier, maybe?
I think a C tier.
Wow.
I don't grab a banana if I see one.
What the fuck?
I'm like I mean, this is heresy on the Donkey Kong Bonanza episode, but I
Yeah, maybe we should cut this.
we wouldn't come after Ranch. Ranch is free to speak her mind. I'm like a daily banana guy.
Me too.
I'm usually like bringing one of them things. Like I could practically use a holster for it.
If somebody saw a holster on your hip and then saw there was a banana in there, they'd be like, thank God.
But they'd also be like, somehow he's still going to do a shooting.
I
There would be 3 stages. It would be like, holy shit. Oh, thank God. What the fuck?
It's like very clearly a gun holster.
Yeah.
Well, that means there's a gun somewhere. You have to buy them put together. I'm aspirationally a banana a day guy. I feel like I get a bunch of bananas and then I'll eat a few of them and then I'll probably do like 3 days in a row and be like, I'm killing it with this banana a day thing. And then the other bananas in the bunch will become spoiled because I'll have neglected them after some time.
Right.
See, I love metrics. I've got both the Oura Ring and the Apple Watch on me 24/7.
Yeah.
And I have like the data to prove that eating a banana before bedtime helps me receive on average 15 more minutes of sleep per night.
That's
Oh.
wild.
So I'm eating a banana at 8 p.m. for it to be in my digestive system.
Yeah.
and processing by the time I go to bed.
Now, so are you eating the banana in bed and then just like tossing the peel on the floor? Because I'd be really careful if I were
slipping
eating.
it out.
I'm not getting in bed at 8 p.m. I'm eating the banana at 8 p.m.
Banana at 8 p.m. What's the latest you'll eat something?
I try not to ever eat anything after 9 p.m.
Okay, because I'm like, if I have not eaten dinner by like 8, I start to get really cranky actually, and it becomes a bit of a problem. I get a little mad.
I like to eat pretty early. I also try to have a cutoff. I definitely can't eat after midnight because then I transform.
Yeah, that's tough. That's really tough too, and it's important also.
Yeah,
and I know this for now knowing you for so long that you cannot get wet either.
No, yes, yeah, definitely.
We can't. That's why every clip you see, he's bone dry.
Yeah.
I think they could do a Gremlins 3 that was just a negotiation of the rules. I think you could take the existing rules and all of the internet-style conversation that has happened about Gremlins and what midnight is, for example, and you could do a Gremlins reboot or a Gremlins 3 where you've got Gizmo and there's like a bunch of smarmy college kids with him. And it's like, well, if we just keep driving, doesn't midnight change? Can't we feed him at if we cross state lines, does that mean that midnight hasn't happened?
All right. And then I just feel like you're being pedantic. I mean, we know intellectually what after midnight means, even though after midnight does mean all of time. After midnight in this context means before dawn.
Yes.
Oh, before dawn?
Yeah.
That's your...
It also means that it cannot guest on the panel show after midnight. It could not. It's not eligible to receive points whatsoever.
I'm saying that could be the movie.
Yeah, no, I was being a guy in the movie.
Oh, you were being a guy in the movie. Okay, great.
Yeah. I was outside of the movie. I was not part of it.
You're just watching and enjoying.
Here's the thing.
You're a test audience.
I'm seated and I'm ready to laugh my ass off because I'm going to see what these guys are getting into.
I think this
movie. Premier little guys.
I think this movie is that a gremlin never happens, but Gizmo gets so pissed off about like the constant negotiation of his personal terms that he eventually takes up arms against these college kids.
That's fun.
I have one pitch for the movie.
Yeah.
And it's gonna seem like sacrilege to the whole franchise.
Okay.
I think you should speak English. I think you should speak. I think you should say fuck.
I fucking hate you. I hate you guys.
I think you should be a little guy with a salty little attitude.
I fucking hate you guys.
Yeah, it'd be kind of funny.
You're hurting me.
Stop. Just let me get wet and let me eat something after midnight, please. They're really cute. You know?
I don't know how that song goes. Something like that.
I've not seen the second one. I've only seen the sketch that you're featured in.
Well, let me tell you, the second one is fucking batshit crazy.
Yeah.
Second one's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And it's absolute nonsense.
Yeah.
I feel like the 80s sequels I didn't really do. I've never seen Ghostbusters 2, never seen Gremlins 2, and I think those are it.
So I had a
Poltergeist 2.
I had not seen the original Poltergeist.
Oh, wow.
Too scared, I think.
Oh.
I'd watch it now.
I definitely watched a lot of those sequels, and my heretical opinion I had for a while was that Ghostbusters 2 was better than the original, just because I watched it so many times as a kid.
Yeah.
It just kind of became my Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Obviously, that doesn't make any... You watch both movies, it's like, oh, Ghostbusters 1 is like a perfect, sci-fi action comedy. Ghostbusters 2 is kind of a fucking mess, even though it's got some fun stuff, you know?
I guess I'm going to... You know what's crazy? I've seen every other Ghostbusters movie except Ghostbusters 2. I haven't seen the Frozen one.
Frozen Empire.
Yeah, I haven't seen Frozen Empire. Good thing they're not taking that seriously at all. I'm glad they went straight to Frozen Empire.
It is look, we're talking Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze was like that game was a triumph.
Yeah.
And also like just the idea of a freeze being a premise is fun.
It is good.
But in like I don't know. I just feel like there was something about that made it feel less like this is a big Ghostbusters franchise movie, if that makes any sense. And from what I never actually saw the fucking thing, so why am I saying this? But I also heard it was just so overstuffed with characters, which always happens. I mean, this is the whole thing with the Despicable Me franchise.
Here we go.
We've got the point where we've got so many minions. We've got Gru, but then we've also got Gru's family, and then we introduce a new Gru baby, and it's just like already Agnes has nothing to do in any of these movies. The kids in the Despicable Me family are so underserved, and we're adding additional kids, and then we're going to be like, instead of being like, hey, the kids should go off to summer camp and we'll just focus on the minions. We'll focus on Gru and the minions because then we at least have a story justification for getting out of the picture. Or, like whatever, the kids the family is getting kidnapped, and now they're like they at least are tied into the central story. But instead they're trying to give them all these like A, B, C, D, and E stories, and it's just so jam packed that it just feels like a series of sketches, not a coherent movie.
Here you go.
Well, I was going to ask, Chef, do you need me to turn up the temperature on this pot, or should I keep stirring? Because it seems like you're cooking.
Let him cook. Here's what I think, and I think maybe they're trying to do this.
Yeah.
And it would be crazy. I think it's crazy. Because there's 2 franchises at this point.
Yeah, there's
the
split
Minions
timelines.
franchise.
There's the Minions timeline, which is like the prequel timeline, and the Despicable Me franchise, which is contemporary. And because of the existence of the Minions franchise, they have focused Despicable Me less on Minions, which is, to me, that's like dance with the one that brought you. You know what I mean? Whatever, made $1 billion. The fuck do I know?
Yeah.
Do you need me to turn this? Do I keep stirring, or do you want?
keep
do I add
stirring.
the chop? Okay,
keep
great.
stirring.
Yes, Chef.
I can't wait to go to this restaurant where they just stir. Stir and turn up the heat. That's good. That's good stuff. I like it. I was going to say, I think you got to just, they got to just take one foot off the gas and just, I think maybe take the Minions out of Despicable Me entirely. If they're going to not do anything with them, just take them out. Who gives a shit? The Minions got their own thing going.
Matt, can we talk after the podcast?
Nick's going to kill me.
He's going to beat the shit out of you.
He's like, actually, Minions should be in more movies than just these ones, actually.
Despicable Me 4 did have the fun thing of the Mega Minions, the Minions with superpowers.
Wait,
that's really fun.
I forgot.
The thrust of their marketing campaign was the Mega Minions. And then you get in there and it's like, 3 or 4 scenelets. They kind of tie into the climax, but not really.
When do I add the seasoning?
Just dump the whole fucking thing in.
Yeah, Chef.
I forgot all about the Mega Minions, and so I will be issuing you a notes app apology at the end of the show.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Fucking sorry, man.
It would be great if Minions did show up in other movies.
Look,
why not?
I've had this thought for a long time, and I may have said it on the show. I think one Minion should be allowed to be in Mario Kart. One Minion.
Here's what I think. The future of cinema is that everybody has gotten, the things that pop now have to be, pretty different. Even the Marvel, success spreadsheet isn't functioning anymore.
Yeah. Right.
And so it's got to be stuff like, Weapons, where it's like, oh, that's a totally new thing. Right. Well, I'll go see, everybody goes and sees Weapons, and it has barely any drop off on its second weekend.
Yeah.
I think shit's going to have to start getting weirder in order to both combat the fact that you'll be able to push an AI button and generate your own content pretty soon.
Yeah.
I think it'll be stuff where it's like a fucking Matthew McConaughey romantic comedy and a fucking Minion walks in.
And he has his date is the Minion.
Yeah,
and they have to kiss.
2 full hours into the movie, a Minion walks in.
You're trying to outmaneuver AI at that point.
Yeah.
It's like, what is something that's so batshit, so off the wall, so unexpected that it would not be just generated by a user?
Yeah.
I like that gambit. See if it happens.
That's what I think people are going to have to do.
Do you think anybody would be mad, though, if there was a Minion in a Mario Kart? I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think, Minions look like a Mario Kart.
Well, and especially because they got the universal. I mean, I think some people would complain about it because it's the. I think Smash Brothers would maybe be the more natural fit because
pretty good.
First off, you could have a fun mechanic like the Pokemon trainer where you've got multiple minions you're swapping in that have different abilities, or maybe they a trio of minions, and maybe Bob, Stewart, and Kevin are all controlled together. They do fun gimmicks with the characters when they implement them, but also that there are already a bunch of third party characters within. Smash Brothers, whereas I feel like that's less of a thing in Mario Kart.
Yeah.
It's a more Nintendo IP.
Yeah, definitely. I kind of want to drive around a Minion.
There's also a natural fit because they have the Minions are obviously the Nintendo has a presence in the Universal theme parks, so that seems like a natural time.
Link isn't in Mario Kart, but he was once.
He was at a certain point.
He's in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe as our Isabelle from Animal Crossing, and then there's villager characters. I think there's an Inkling from Splatoon. Gosh, will I ever investigate Splatoon? I don't know.
You gotta just accept some blind spots at a certain point.
Yeah,
in your life. Can't get to everything.
It's a whole alarm section on my Alarmo is Splatoon alarms, and I'm like, I have no connection to this.
Right.
Yeah.
I would just be disoriented waking up to these sounds.
There are listeners to this show that Splatoon is their number one thing.
For sure.
People love Splatoon.
People love it.
I was surprised I knew Inkling. And that might be wrong.
I think that's right.
That's
Sounds
right.
right.
Oh, man, thank
Yeah.
God.
Join the fun on DraftKings Casino, ranked the #1 online casino experience. They've got everything you've been searching for. Thousands of exciting games, huge jackpots, exclusive offers, and more. New players get a 10-day welcome offer, 500 spins on Huff and More Puff when you play just $5 to start. Download the DraftKings Casino app, sign up with code GETPLAYED, and spin your favorite slots. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. 21 plus. Physically present in Connecticut, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia only. Void in Ontario. Eligibility restrictions apply. New customers only. Non-withdrawable casino spins issued as 50 spins per day for 10 days. Valid for featured games only and expire each day after 24 hours. See terms at casino.draftkings.com/promos. Ends August 24th, 2025 at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. #1 based on Eilers and Krejcik 2H24 product analysis.
Some days, your brain needs a vacation your body can actually afford. That's where IndaCloud comes in. You juggle the chaos. You answer the emails. You even go outside sometimes. So yeah, you've earned a better way to unwind. Enter IndaCloud. Federally legal THC in the form of gummies, pre-rolls, and flour, designed to turn hanging on into fully chilling. So, if you're 21 or older, head to indacloud.co and use code GETPLAYED to get 25% off your first order plus free shipping. That's indacloud.co, code GETPLAYED, 25% off, free shipping. Just a better vibe in your mailbox. So here's the thing. Look, I got sent some of this stuff, all right? I ate one of the orange soda gummies, okay? Now, look, I'll be honest. I'm a bit of a lightweight, all right? I'm not out here blazing it. I'm not over here, insert euphemism here. I'm not doing any of that, all right? I'm not always doing it. But when I do, I like to just chill out and relax. It made me very silly with my friends, and they all had a nice time enjoying IndaCloud. It sounds too smooth to be legal, right? But it is. IndaCloud's products are Farm Bill compliant, third-party tested, and made for grown-ups who want a buzz without the need to drive 25 minutes to dispensary. And that's just a fact. Dispensaries are 25 minutes from wherever you personally are. That's just how it is. More than 50,000 people already trust them because when it feels this good, it should also feel easy. Whether you're chasing deeper sleep, better focus, or just some peace between your streaming marathons, this is how adults get elevated now. If you're 21 or older, now's your chance to float above the stress because IndaCloud, see what they did, is giving all new customers 25% off their first order plus free shipping. Use code GETPLAYED or click the link in the show notes to claim your discount. That's indacloud.co, INDACLOUD.co. Use code GETPLAYED for free shipping plus 25% off your first order. Fill out their quick survey when you order to support this show and make your week way more enjoyable. All thanks to IndaCloud.
Should we talk Gamescom at all?
Gamescom?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
the handheld unit from, that's game.com.
No, the Gamescom, the 2025, which just had its opening night reveal, which may be partly, as of this record, Heather, may be why it's not on your radar. Ranch as a Hollow Knight enthusiast, and Matt, you as well. There was some new Silksong footage. Have you got to check out any of that?
Not just footage, a release date, my dear. September 4th. 4th, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's coming. Silksong is real. It's happening. I'm excited. I gotta wrap it up.
Rochelle, you gonna dig into Silksong?
I have to. I have no choice.
Jason Schreier had an article out as of today that was basically like why it took so long for it to make, why Silk Song took 7 years.
Yeah.
And a good chunk of it was that they were just having fun making it, which is awesome. They had like
That's great.
no stress at all. They were like, well, we didn't have a deadline.
Yeah.
We were just making it and making sure it was good, which is awesome. I hope it lives up to everything that everybody wants from a sequel to Hollow Knight. I know I'm greatly looking forward to it as well. There was some other stuff from Gamescom though too. The more the more I see of Resident Evil Requiem,
yeah, it looks cool.
It looks really fucking cool, and I think I might go through a Resident Evil tear. There's of some of the ones I haven't played, like 2 and 3, the remakes and stuff.
Okay,
and,
I did see footage from the Resident Evil. It's like a daughter and a mom running through a house and
running away from like a sick fuck.
Yeah, they're running away from a nasty guy. I did see that, and I was like, this woman does not look like this other woman's mother. They look like they are sisters at best in terms of like the age difference, but maybe she's aging well.
The thing I will eat some crow on is that I thought that there was no way that Vampire the Masquerade's Bloodlines 2 was going to actually come out this year, but it looks like it's coming out October 21st. It has a date.
Yeah.
So I'd say I'm arm's length excited about that game. I hope it comes out and lives up to its promise. But I also know that it's just like it's been a long time since the first one came out or the last one came out, I should say. And I'm just interested to see what a 2025 version of it is.
I'll have to, and just like I think I'm just interested in seeing what that game is like because I've never played that franchise before, so I'm just interested in checking it out. There were a couple other things I wanted to flag. There was a Nintendo Direct this week that was just about Kirby Air Riders, and it was like because it was at Gamescom, it was playable at a Nintendo booth there, and Kirby Air Riders looks fucking awesome. It looks really, really
does
good.
Look cool.
And I was I was a little on the fence about it because I already have Mario Kart. I already have a racing game. So like the third big game that's coming to Switch 2 is another racing game, but it looks completely different and it looks rad as hell. It looks really, really cool. So I'll be looking forward to check that out. And people have got their hands on Pokemon ZA also, which is pretty exciting.
I'm sorry, there was a Bubsy game announced?
That's right, Bubsy 40 was officially announced. Should we play the trailer?
What the?
I haven't seen it.
Let's watch it. I brought up the YouTube, and the top comment is, "How is he still alive?" All right, let's watch this Bubsy 4D trailer. Ranch, if you will.
Yo, remember me? Your old pal Bubsy? From all those classic games you loved.
He has like more of a cel-shaded look these days in 3D.
Forget about that. Let's talk about the new one. Bubsy 4D!
I'm really glad that he still looks like shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a super appealing character design is the thing. It's kind of just baked into Bubsy. He is inherently abrasive.
And also, this game, I know, looks like it's a low-budget game.
Yeah, I mean, the environments seem pretty simple and pretty linear. I mean, it's... Boy, this is hey, God bless him. I never thought we'd see a new mainline Bubsy game, but here we are, Bubsy 4D.
And it's you can wish list it now. It looks like, which is, I mean, I broke my wish list button, smashing it so hard.
I'm speechless that we just watched that game. That announced, like...
Yeah, they didn't announce when it would be coming to the Sega Dreamcast.
It looks like a fucking Dreamcast game. Yeah. It's pretty rough, man. It's in rough shape.
Well, I mean, like, who knows how early of a build that is, but yeah, I mean, certainly I would not be shocked if the developer Fabraz was not given the most resources to bring a new Bubsy to life.
Also, the fact that so much of that trailer relies on the knowledge that Bubsy 3D was bad means that they're appealing to a very, very, very small slice of the pie that's like I remember Bubsy was bummed out that 3D was not a good game, but I've been waiting for him to return. That seems like, I'm going to be honest, that seems like 2,000 people total on planet Earth.
It's very possible that might be high.
I do think with the Bubsy character design aside, I do think he animated pretty well, the player character. Some nice bits of animation. It's just the environment seemed a little bit seemed a little bit simplified. I'm reading the wiki here. The game story follows Bubsy and his struggles against series antagonists, the Woolies. Similar to the first Bubsy game, where they were still stealing Earth's yarn balls, the game sees the Woolies attempting to steal sheep to obtain the Golden Fleece. However, when the planet's sheep revolt and fight back, creating weapons called Ba-Bots to steal the Golden Fleece for themselves, Bubsy has to obtain it from them. I mean, look, that's just good lore.
I mean, I was joking about wishlisting it. Now I gotta get in there.
That sounded like somebody just clicked the next autocorrect over and over again until it finished the sentence.
It's kind of interesting that as the man with cats, or a cat currently, you'd imagine that I'd be a little more interested in Bubsy, and I can't get there. I guess he is just kind of an annoying guy.
Yeah, that's kind of his whole thing.
Yeah,
it's like this fucking guy.
Yeah.
Because he came from an era where he was trying to out edgelord Sonic. You know, he was going to be like fuck you, Sonic, and it's the same sort of thing with they had some of those other character mascots of that era, like the
Duke Nukem.
Duke Nukem, yeah, but also specifically I'm thinking of Croc or Arrow the Acrobat, you know,
Restar.
Yeah. So a lot of them were trying to just be more Sonic than Sonic, but they pushed it too far. Sonic's already plenty enough.
Yeah. Sonic gotta fucking cool it. Yeah. You better watch his ass.
Sonic became a little too Sonic as he was going there.
Yeah.
Started kissing ladies? What the fuck is that?
Yeah, well, that's exactly where I draw the line. Everything after that, not so sure about.
Heather, did you see there's a Sekiro anime?
I did, but I didn't watch the trailer yet.
I thought it looked pretty cool.
Oh, okay, great.
As someone who finished Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice. Thank you. I love that game, and I'm cautiously optimistic about an anime adaptation.
Yeah.
What if the main character of the anime dies at the end of the first episode, and then the second episode it's the first episode again? They gotta do it again. They gotta just keep doing it.
I saw meme. I'm on the Sekiro subreddit as one of my subscribed subreddits because typically I'll subscribe and then I'll never unsubscribe.
Yeah.
And the memes were not kind to the trailer, so I didn't watch it.
Oh.
Yeah. It was a lot of look how they massacred my boy.
Interesting.
I can't believe.
I don't know. I guess I had a less cynical reaction.
You can't believe that the active Sekiro players this long after the game's release would be curmudgeonly about the release of the anime?
On of all places, Reddit.com, the front page of the internet.
It also legit might suck. So
it's
we'll
possible.
see. If it's I mean, whatever. But I guess there's some accusations of AI usage. That's part of it. Okay. All right.
Don't love that.
Oh, all right. Well, never mind. Ranch, delete what I said about being cautiously optimistic.
and go back and delete the thing that I said. Delete all. Man, maybe just delete all this so far.
A lot of the people who are commenting on the accusations of the AI are like, you don't understand how animation works. These aren't actually. That the criticism is why would anybody draw a hand this way? And it's because it's an in-between frame.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's not supposed to be a perfect hand.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be seen as a still.
Yes. So it's unclear whether or not those accusations have any foundation.
Yeah. The other thing that I saw that was sort of like a bigger announcement at Gamescom was the release date for the Xbox ROG Ally handheld collaboration thing that's coming out, and it's coming out in October. And the crazier thing about it is there's been no price announced for it.
Well, as of this week, the price of the PlayStation went up.
Yes, everything across the board, as far as their products go, I think went up $50.
Yeah,
on the console side.
Yeah. Can you imagine if I bought another handheld just so that I could reinstall Final Fantasy Tactics Advance and start again? On the way here, I was listening to the CD soundtrack, which is an up-res MIDI. It's like hey, what if instead of running on the Game Boy Advance, this soundtrack had been pumped out by like the top of the line MIDI engine that is possible. It's a gorgeous soundtrack as a result.
Oh.
And then I was like, what am I doing? Why am I not finishing this game?
You were driving a car.
I gotta finish this game.
Yeah.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. Often we get these like advertisements on this show and I have no idea what they are and I pretend to use them in my real life. NordVPN is not the case. I use NordVPN. It is saved on my desktop. It's saved on my phone. I use it to shop in region-locked stores and use proxy delivery services. I use it to access digital content that might be like on the, say, BBC, rhymes with Y player. It is a fantastic service. You can watch sporting events and TV shows and films that aren't available in your region by switching your virtual location to a country which is showing the event. You can protect your private data like bank details, passwords, and online identity. NordVPN can switch your virtual location, allowing you to save money by purchasing flights, hotels, and subscriptions from other countries at a cheaper price. And you can protect your data whilst traveling and using public Wi-Fi because NordVPN protects you wherever you are in the world. It's the fastest VPN in the world. There's no buffering or lagging while you're streaming, and it stops your ISP bandwidth throttling. One NordVPN account can be used on up to 10 devices. It is premium cybersecurity for the price of a cup of coffee per month. I use it. That's how I get my Gundam t-shirts. To get the best discount off your NordVPN plan, go to nordvpn.com/getplayed. Our link will also give you 4 extra months on the 2-year plan. There's no risk with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. The link is in the podcast episode description box. NordVPN/getplayed. Here's the thing, guys. I have been traveling recently. I went over to the UK and I'll admit, the Wi-Fi speed, the internet speed when you're traveling abroad, those roaming data cap shit, like you have to buy like a 50 quid, I don't know. It's tough. It's tough when you're abroad and you've badly needed an internet connection with no Wi-Fi spot in sight. So you understand what a difference a local SIM card can make. An eSIM provides an internet connection wherever you travel and saves you money on roaming fees. That's where Saley comes in. Saley is a new eSIM service app brought to you by the creators of NordVPN. Here you can choose from several affordable eSIM plans in over 190 countries and 8 regions. With a Saley eSIM, you'll always have a connection when needed. Download Saley once and you won't have to install a new eSIM for each country. You can avoid scammers selling fake SIM cards outside train stations and airports, and there are a lot of those guys, believe me. There's no more wandering around looking for a public Wi-Fi spot. With a Saley, you're always connected. They provide 24/7 support, and you get a full refund if your device isn't eSIM compatible. Download the Saley app in your app store. Use code GETPLAYED at checkout to get 15% off your first purchase or go to saley.com/getplayed. That's SAILY.com/getplayed.
Hey, speaking of games, should we talk about them?
Sure.
Let's do it.
It's time for the question we ask every week on Get Played. What are you playing?
What are you playing? What are you playing? It's the time where you ask a question and you answer it. What are you playing? What are you playing? Hey, it's me, the Resident Evil Merchant. Now is my drop of my latest single.
Oh.
What are you playing? I'm here to ask my friends what they're playing. So what are you playing? Matt Apodaca, what are you playing?
Move over, REM. There's a new REM in town, the Resident Evil Merchant.
That's right.
Holy shit. Chef, do you want me to turn the burners down?
It's too hot. It's too hot in here, and I gotta turn the burners down. Losing my religion.
I also, to just comment on this sous chef or, line cook character that we're all kind of doing.
Yeah.
If this person was asking this many questions in the kitchen, they'd be fucking
Yeah, they'd be
fucking out of there.
86 immediately.
I'd be out of there.
Too many questions.
Too many questions in the kitchen.
Um,
Don't go in the questions. No, don't go in the kitchen uninvited.
That's also true. They don't want you back there.
Hey, I hate it.
There's a system back there. Look, I'll tell you what I'm playing.
All right, Matt Apodaca. What are you playing?
I'm playing Death Stranding.
Yes.
I'm in the spot where the main orders are becoming fewer.
Okay.
So like, because they're wanting the story to move along, right?
Yep.
So like in the earlier part of the game, you'll have like some sections, some chapters that have like more orders and stuff. But now I feel like I'm in a spot where it's like, this is like one order, and it's but this is gonna take a while.
Okay.
I'm in the middle of a trek.
Yeah.
That even the guy, Tarman, when he was like, "Hey, just so you know, this one's gonna be a bitch and a half. This one's tough. This one's hard." And he was like, "You could basically go 3 different ways, and one of them is faster, and 2 of them are longer and not easier." It's like, okay. And so I'm like, I'm doing that right now, but I'm just having such a good time with it still.
Yeah.
But and now that, I mean, we'll talk about the game at length today. With Bananza, now that that's sort of out of my rear view for right now,
The chapter is closed.
I have this itch, and it's a disease. It's a sickness, isn't it? I'm playing a big game,
But
I kind of want to dig into some. I kind of want to I want another thing going too. I like having a couple. I like having a couple pots on some burners.
Yeah, this is the the struggle inherent to Mr. Games is that you got a big game. You don't want to wrangle just that game. You want to get another game as well.
Yeah,
you're
so
always big game hunting.
But here's the thing. Oh, man, oh, that's good.
The big game hunter, Mr. Games.
That's pretty good. I don't know if it should stick. I wouldn't add it. I wouldn't add it to the notes necessarily. My grandpa would love it, certainly. He's a small game hunter. He's not a big game hunter. If you are a big game hunter, I'd find something else to do, you creep.
what is a small game hunter? Like armadillos?
I feel like deer.
Oh, okay.
I guess like normal game. I don't know.
Yeah.
Game.
Yeah, game.
Okay, game.
But I kind of have like, look, Snake Eater's coming out, but I'm kind of like, I'm holding back on Snake Eater.
Okay.
Because it kind of feels like it kind of feels nuts to want to pick that up while I'm playing.
Yeah.
His other game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And one where he is intimately involved, and one where he was removed from the process.
Yeah.
One where he was like, "Please play Death Stranding 2," and one where they were like, "Are you going to play the Metal Gear reboot?" And he was like, "Fuck no."
Yeah, it would be like going back to like your dad's house on Dad's weekend and telling him all about how cool your stepdad is.
Right. Right.
Like, that sucks.
Yeah.
But so I'm, and also like I actually don't know if it's gonna be good. Like I kind of go back and forth. Every other time I see something about the Snake Eater Delta, I'm like, that looks kind of good. And then I see something and I'm like, I don't know. Like they could fuck it up big time.
Yeah,
they really could.
They could.
So I'm waiting to hear about that. But as I mentioned earlier, with Resident Evil 9 coming out, and I know that Ranch, did you finish Resident Evil 2?
I didn't finish 2.
Yeah.
But I finished 4 and
4.
7.
Okay. I'm kind of feeling like I want to get a little spooky with it.
Okay.
Why not?
I might want to play a little Resident Evil 2 or something.
That sounds good.
Okay.
We'll see. So I got some prospects. I mean, here's the thing. I got to finish Hollow Knight before Silk Song comes out. I got to finish it. So I honestly, that's what I will be picking up.
Yeah,
is
don't
Hollow
start
Knight.
another big game.
No.
Man, I
Even
just
though
realized
I'm a big game hunter.
Snake Eater's probably not going to start with a Hideo Kojima game. Like, it's not going to come up on the screen.
Will they excise that?
I bet they will.
Interesting.
It would be really crazy. But I also, I think it might be crazy if they left it in too. It's like, it's kind of nuts.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's what I'm still really enjoying Death Stranding 2, and then I guess getting back into Hollow Knight.
I'd love to hear it.
Nick, what are you playing?
Matt, thanks so much for asking. A time constraint, which no one ever wants to hear on among our audience. Sorry, I mean, just that's the reality of what my life and schedule have been. But I have been playing some Balatro when I got some free time for non-Bananza gaming. And, I mentioned I was going for gold stakes in every deck. The thing is that is like a really labor-intensive process. It takes a long time. You got to just grind and grind and grind. I think it says something like 200 hours expected to eventually do that, to get all the way to the top level of each of the individual curated decks. So just chipping away at other achievements, I've been making my way through the challenge decks. The challenge decks have changing rules. They also have changing rules that are different than the house rules for Bellaccio. They also have some individual decks that are have their own attributes, not just the way that the different bonuses are applied, but things like it will have, a more face cards than a typical deck or whatever. And then they will have, some sort of overall sort of premise to the run that will impose some restrictions and make it a challenge, thus the name. One thing I do like is the invocation of eternal, perishable, and rental jokers, which are something that start to happen as you ascend through the different stakes in Bellaccio. Those start to become more of a presence. Eternal jokers, once you get them, they cannot leave your stash. Perishable jokers only last a certain number of turns, and rental jokers cost a certain amount of money every turn. So and they come, I believe, in that sequence in terms of how they arrive. So it's just a matter of are you playing for the long term, the short term? But they are ultimately drawbacks because they impose restrictions that don't exist on regular jokers. Just to talk about one of these from a design perspective, one of the challenge runs, On a Knife's Edge, gives you a joker that is an eternal pinned ceremonial dagger. Pinned is not a typical mechanic they have in the standard runs, but it's in this challenge run. The pinned joker is always in the leftmost position, and the way the pinned ceremonial dagger joker is, when blind is selected, destroy joker to the right and permanently add double its sell value to this mult. So whether you play Bellaccio or not, I can say that the way I guess I'll take a different deck. I'll explain it for people who are maybe less familiar with Bellaccio. You're accumulating jokers, and then jokers you can have typically up to 5. Add bonuses to your deck that allow you to go deeper into your run. So this is a joker that you cannot get rid of that will keep eating any joker you put next to it.
Yes.
So you kind of have to perpetually be like, what is my least useful joker? What is a sacrificial lamb I can put next to it? Also, what am I going to use to replace it? And sometimes it actually makes sense for you to buy a joker that's not particularly useful just because you can preserve some of your other jokers. Anyway, I thought it was really fun. I thought it was a really cool design. And I felt a good sense of satisfaction when I completed it. But yeah, I really enjoyed the challenge decks. I'm excited to knock them all out.
There's so much. You could just play that game forever.
There's an insane amount of content in Bellaccio. It is wild.
Yeah. And it's all fun and interesting.
Yeah.
And it's just the design of that game is staggering.
Impeccable design.
Yeah, it's really, really great.
Yeah.
Heather, what are you playing?
Well, I feel like I'm the marriage between both of the things that you guys are playing. I am playing Pokemon, the card game Pocket, continuing through this season's ranked matches. I'm at Ultra 4, trying to hit Master Ball for the first time since I've started playing the game. It is still eluding me. I'm running, for those of you who play at home, I'm running a Charizard Sylveon deck. Just doing my best to hit those big damage numbers and keep myself alive. I've experimented with a few other builds this season, and when I have an intention that I want to try, I'll build my own deck and try it out in unranked mode.
Mm-hmm.
And I was trying so hard to get a Porygon deck to work, because he changes up the energy that is either on that's coming out of the other player's energy pool, or he can also slow the abilities on the active Pokemon that you are up against. And I paired him with a Smeagol, who changes the energy that is on the card that they have already put out. Couldn't get it to work. So I'm back on Charizard. So it's, I don't know. Wish me luck out there.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Godspeed.
And then I'm also playing Death Stranding 2. I went back to Mexico.
You gotta go. You gotta go back to Mexico.
I went back to Mexico because I really want to 5-star everything. I I'm having problems with one of the missions. And I keep wondering if it's bugged. It's a mission where you have to retrieve 6 pieces of cargo, right? And only 3 of them. I can only ever find 3 of them. I go straight to that location, scan everything in the area, circle the area a million times. It's an early mission.
It's a standard order, right?
It's a standard order, and only 3 of them ever show up. I have the same problem with a different Mexico mission where you have to destroy 6 pieces of cargo. It's at an enemy camp. I execute everybody on the camp. I find the first 3 and detonate them.
Yeah.
Can't find the other 3 anywhere.
Oh man, what a bummer.
And I don't feel like I don't have this problem, and I've run those standard orders multiple times.
Yeah.
And I haven't had this kind of problem on any other level, any other order in the entire game.
Interesting.
And I feel like either there's something very obvious that I'm getting wrong, or it's just a glitch. But I don't. That feels like, oh, it's a controller. You didn't make me as a controller.
Right. Yeah.
Like, it's really frustrating. And I guess I could just look it up and be like, does anyone else have a problem with these 3 boxes not showing up?
Yeah.
But I had some significant story progress, and I was like, whoop, slow down. Gotta slow down.
Yeah, that's sort of where I'm getting to also, where I'm sort of like, I don't want to be done with it, but I know that, I mean, here's the thing. I'll have a lot more free time when I'm done with it. Like, I'll have time to get to some other stuff. But I don't want to necessarily wrap it up because I'm enjoying it so much.
Yeah, I've also gotten to a place where I'm like, I've built an enormous highway network. I've built out an enormous monorail network.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
You don't know why?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Because it's satisfying.
The monorail. The thing about the monorail is it takes too fucking long.
It takes a really long time to use the monorail.
You could be on the monorail for like 4 minutes.
Yeah, it's the monorail takes a long time, and I don't find that the highway services the areas that I need it to.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that great a highway network.
Yeah, yeah.
It's weird because I feel like the only reason I'm building the highways is because the highways need to be built, not because they'll help me.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
I'm on foot right now for what I'm doing, and I haven't been on foot in a while. And let me tell you something. I wish it was in the goddamn truck. I missed the truck. But truck is good. But now I have new gloves that I can pick stuff up while I'm in the truck from the ground. Which is huge.
That's huge. That's to get chiral crystals from the ground. That's incredible.
Yeah.
I spent a significant part of the weekend on my gaming day, my free day, building a zipline network so that I could triple L pizza delivery.
Nice.
Only to unlock the mission and find out that it was impossible for me to physically carry all of the pizzas.
Oh no.
Oh wow.
And I had to put them in the truck. Still got the triple L.
Yeah, oh good.
But I had not clicked through to see what the mission requirements were. I had just assumed, this is a time-based thing. It's really far away. What they want me to do is build a zipline network.
Yeah.
And I built the zipline network ahead of time.
Yeah.
So I could go from one side of the map all the way to the other side of the map with the fucking pizzas, and then triggered the mission, and it was like, you can't physically carry even with the carrier.
Yeah.
You can't physically carry all these pizzas on the zip line.
You don't get it. It's a lot of pizzas.
Who's that guy?
It's the guy. It's the game. He's in the game. It's a guy made up. The guy is that it's a lot of pizzas guy. And his whole thing is that he's like, oh yeah, you want all these pizzas? You don't know how many I'm going to fucking give you. It's like a punishment, kind of.
I got to get deeper in this game.
I will say that there's so much pizza in the game that when I play the game, I need pizza.
I've been thinking about pizza a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of pizza in that game.
Yeah.
But that's what I've been playing, Nick.
We could get pizza. I'm saying we have. I'm just not saying we have to. I'm just saying we're not going to obligate anyone to. People have their own dinner plans. I'm just saying, like, we could. Like, it's just.
You don't want the pizza I want. I only want.
You want punishment pizza. You want damaging pizza. You want a deep dish. And we got it one time, and it was so goddamn good. But I'm gonna speak. I'm not gonna speak for everybody. I'm gonna speak for me. My tummy hurt.
Night Ruiner and a Next Day Ruiner, but worth it.
Welcome to Masa of Echo Park.
We don't have to do this.
Yeah, I can do whatever I want from my dinner.
Let's get into our. Let's pivot from Death Stranding 2 to
Delivered.
another goatee candidate, Donkey Kong Bonanza.
To headgum.
For our We Play, You Play, was released on July 17th of 2025 for Switch 2, developed by Nintendo EPD and published by Nintendo, directed by Wataru Tanaka and Kazuya Takahashi. And apparently the original concept came from Yoshiaki Koizumi, who directed Donkey Kong Jungle Beat, a game that is absolutely singular. They use it's a platformer that uses the Donkey Kong bongos to control.
And this is the first Donkey Kong game developed by Nintendo since that one, which is incredible. Also, it's also the first original Donkey Kong game since Tropical Freeze in 2014, and the first 3D platform Donkey Kong since Donkey Kong 64.
If I ordered a large, would you guys have some?
Look, I'd eat some.
Yeah, I'd eat a piece of pizza.
Okay.
All right, Rochelle is nodding.
Okay, let's
great.
I'll have a slice of pizza. I mean, look, what a fucking video game. I said it already.
Yes.
Donkey Kong Bonanza is fucking great. It's so fun. I've had friends who love games who have just said that it's their favorite game of the year, and I think there's a strong case for it.
I'll say, as somebody who rolled credits on it last night.
Wow.
I went on a bit of a journey with this game where at a certain point I had a bit of a crisis of faith.
Oh my God.
Where I was like, because I've been high on this game. I've been like, this is an incredible game. I think it overstays its welcome just a little bit.
Ooh.
I think, and I have, because look, I have it right here. It has basically 16 levels, 16 areas, and some of these areas have sub levels also.
Right.
So like you'll be like in layer 500, and then they'll have sub layer 501, 502, 503. Not every single one of them has one, but some of them will have a couple layers to the layers.
Mm-hmm.
My thought is, if this had 10, if it had 1,000 layers, because it goes by the 100, right? If it had 10 levels, and then those had sub-levels too, I don't know if anybody would miss the other 6.
Right.
They're all good, and that's the thing about it, though, is that they're all great, and they're all extremely fun and satisfying. But if you just shaved like 6 of them off, I don't think anybody would miss anything. It's still an all-time great Donkey Kong game, and as far as 3D platformers go, I think it's in the conversation to be one of the greats as well. I think I like Odyssey a little bit more. It's the same team, but I think this is still, it's a little bloated for me.
Matt?
Yeah.
Matt, I never thought I would agree with you about a game being overstuffed.
Yeah.
But I do think this game is overstuffed.
It's practically a freaking deep dish pizza.
I enjoy every part of I haven't finished it.
Yeah.
I enjoy every part of the game that I have experienced. But when I log in and start playing it, I'm a little bit like, oh, right, more of this.
Yes.
Right.
It's not like, what else is going to happen? Where is Mario going to be next?
Yeah.
And it's in part to me that the biomes, though they are visually different, are kind of samey.
Yeah. I think let's get back to this and just go back to, a little bit to like just even what the game is about, first of all, right?
Okay.
So like the game starts off, Donkey Kong's looking for bananas. He's digging for banana gems, banandium gems. But then there's this evil mining company, Void Co., led by the evil President Void Kong, which, by the way, the fact that the game has there's a president that's bothering everybody in the game, kind of fun.
That's what everything I want in a video game. Evil president.
Evil guy just bothering everybody.
I also love anytime a company tells us that a company is bad.
Yes,
Like
right.
a
Yeah.
Nintendo company
Can
is
you
being
fucking
like,
believe
can you
this shit?"
imagine this evil company?
Yeah, good thing we're a good company because it's possible for a company to be bad.
We are the Donkey Kong in this story about another company.
Yeah.
I also really like Void Kong, the president's character design. He is kind of gremlin-y.
He's a bit
of a gremlin.
He got a little bit wet, didn't he?
Wait, wet makes more.
Wet makes more.
Yeah.
And then food
Midnight.
makes yucky.
Yeah, food makes yucky. Wet makes more. And sunlight burns, right?
Man, being a gremlin, fucking hard. There's too many
Just
rules.
hazards all over the place.
Yeah, catching strays left and
Landmines,
right.
Yeah.
Go outside. You completed a night. You didn't get wet. You didn't eat too late. You just want to see the sun come up. And then what happens? Fucking toast.
Right?
Yeah,
It is
boy.
sunlight, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking brutal.
Dracula rules.
He does rule. Yeah, you're right. He's fucking awesome, actually. I know what you meant. I was just kidding. So basically, Void Kong is after. He wants to get to the planetary core, the very center of the Earth, and this Earth in the Donkey Kong world is like a hollow Earth type thing.
Yep. Not just Donkey Kong World, Mario World also.
Mario World also, and then I think probably our world too. Actually,
It's possible if the latest Kong movie is to be believed.
Is New Donk City our world?
yes, I think so.
What was that Kong movie that had there was like
Kong got, wasn't it?
with the beast glove? What the fuck was the subtitle?
Yeah,
of that?
wait.
Wait, the Beast Glove's in Godzilla X Kong.
Godzilla X Kong,
yeah.
but it's like called like a New Dawn or something.
Yes, yeah, it has some subtitle.
Yeah.
That's what I meant by latest Kong movie. I realized I
yeah.
just said Kong movie, but I
New
meant that
Empire?
one.
New Empire. New
This was
Empire.
Frozen Empire,
Yeah.
New Empire.
What I realized what I said was confusing because we're talking about Donkey Kong. I was meant
Yeah.
King Kong.
It's still, hey, aren't we blessed to have some great Kongs as people who've always been fascinated by apes?
You all, but mankind has always been fascinated by apes. But you know this, you know the story. But I mean, maybe our listeners aren't as familiar with the. Some of our listeners maybe have not heard the story that there was a lawsuit involving Donkey Kong. Nintendo was sued by the rights holders of King Kong, and Nintendo was triumphant in that lawsuit by being able to show, prove parody, fair use. The lawyer in that lawsuit, John Kirby, the namesake of Kirby.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so, and the reason Donkey Kong wears a tie is that he had to appear in court.
He had to
and defend
go.
himself.
Yeah, he had to testify. He was deposed.
They had to make the little box that you got to go sit in. They had to make it really big for him.
They like put his hand out. They put a Bible out for him to swear on, and he took one of his leg hands and did it. Put his hand on it.
But he still did it because he respects the Bible.
Yeah.
He's read the Bible.
Leg hands?
Yeah, because
No, I know.
Apes have leg hands.
So apes have no feet.
I think of them as leg hands.
Because they can do so much with them.
Yeah,
That's fine.
They
Just
can do
wanted-
more than regular feet.
but you know what they can't do is walk upright for long stretches.
That's true.
That fatigues them.
I just wanted to know what we were talking about.
You know what's interesting, actually?
What?
While apes do have leg hands, I think they might have hand feet actually too. They can do stuff with the hands still, but they run with them also.
Yeah, maybe it's more hand feet than leg hands. We'll figure out the right taxonomy for it.
Because I guess leg is the long part.
I get it. Yeah, I'll concede the point.
I'm not trying to be right. I'm just saying.
I'm lost and I was trying. I have no idea what you guys were talking about.
So Void Kong is after the Banandium root, which, by the way, I love how banana is just crammed into so many different words in this, and it rocks.
Bonanza is a triumph of a portmanteau.
Yeah. Bananergy, really good.
Bananergy is really fucking good.
Bananergy is good.
Oh, there is a name in here that I wrote down. And because I have a lot of the characters' names in front of me here, so I'll just get through this part real quick.
Yeah.
the reason Void Kong wants the Banandium root is that it grants wishes to whoever has it. And I'm just like, yeah, great.
Okay.
I don't care. And he wants it to become like, it's like a rich businessman. He wants to be a rich president.
Yeah.
The president wants to be rich.
Yep.
And so then Donkey Kong, he goes underground and he meets this odd rock, this like sort of like purple rock.
Yep.
And then is revealed to be Pauline.
I don't know if we've talked about that moment. I mean, I alluded to it, but tried not to spoil it when I gave my first impressions when I did my solo episode. But I did not know that was coming. Maybe that was in one of the trailers.
I didn't know it was coming either.
I had no idea. When that was the emergence of Pauline, the origin of Pauline, that she was encrusted with rocks.
Yeah.
I was shocked. And honestly, I loved it.
It's really, really fun. And let me just tell you about Pauline real quick.
Yeah.
Pauline is the Pauline we know and love from New Donk City, but she's a little kid.
She's 12, I think, or something like that in this.
And she just wants to be a singer.
Yeah.
Which I think is really fun.
And then in New Donk City and Odyssey, we see she is a singer. She achieved her dream.
So in many ways, this is a prequel to Odyssey.
Do you think she was like kind of a celebrity candidate? Like she parlayed her singing ability into
becoming the mayor?
Becoming the leader of municipality? Or was it more that I have the platform now because I'm mayor, now I get to sing? Kind of like how, like John Ashcroft when he was attorney general, would like make everyone listen to his voice.
I think it's a secret third option where they're like, you're so good at singing, you have to be the mayor. You're so good at it. Like, we just love you so much. You got to be the mayor. Yeah, I wonder if she did. Like, I would love to see. It's like, hey, you got to vote for me. I sing really good.
Do you remember John Ashcroft? This is the Bush era, George W. Bush era reference, but he had an original composition, "Let the Eagle Soar," and he like performed it at like a press conference or something like that, or some sort of event. So he's just making everyone, and he had a fine voice, but it was just like, man, this is so self-indulgent. You're singing your own song.
Yeah. If I was in a position like that, I would never want anyone to have any ammunition or reason to call me corny. Like, it's like already too late. It's like it's tough.
Have you guys seen the question of whether or not the fractones are in Donkey Kong Country?
Wow.
No.
I have not seen that.
So yeah, there's an image from Donkey Kong Country 3 featuring a rock in the background that's on the Donkey Kong Country or the Donkey Kong Bananza subreddit, and perhaps has crossed over to the games subreddit, that shows what looks to be a fractone in the background of DK Country 3.
That's really cool.
The fractones are these like crystalline sort of life forms that you encounter in an early sublayer.
Yeah, and they're ever present throughout the entire thing.
They persist, but you first encounter them.
And you can use them. You can punch them, and then they break into a bunch of rocks, and they reform. And
it is. Do you feel bad doing that? I felt bad doing that.
It doesn't seem like it would feel good.
Yeah.
If your entire physiology was punched out of existence and then
reconstituted.
Yeah,
seems a little unpleasant.
It'd be horrible.
Yeah.
It's inevitable with the way that I played the game, which we'll talk about later.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, basically, Donkey Kong and Pauline, they team up. They're on a quest from the Elder Kong. There are all these animal elders in the game that then give you different powers, which we'll talk about. But they're on a quest to get the Banandium root before Void Kong can get it, and so that Pauline could also then go home, return home, and become a singer.
A singer and a mayor.
A singer and then a mayor. And then so on their way, they discover some more underground layers, and they fight a bunch of different Voidco minions and the like, and then they meet other Animal Tribe elders who give DK various transformations. And so the way the transformations work is that DK has to pound his chest and Pauline has to learn a song. Yeah. Pauline, who wants to be a singer, actually not so confident and like kind of scared of singing, is a little shy with the singing sometimes.
I thought the first time encountering the record, I was so tickled. Yeah. I was so tickled by that sequence of events.
It happens so much.
Yes.
Like not so much. I think there's ultimately there's five Bananza forms. You have Kong Bananza, which grants you super strength. You have Zebra Bananza, which is fat, makes you really fast, running around fast. You have ostrich, which then is like flying and projectiles, and then you have elephant, which I think elephant is OP actually, because you can suck up the terrain, so you can easily mine resources like vanadium and gold and stuff and chips and the like, and but you could also then throw things too, which is very useful. And then Snake Bonanza, which gives you big jump, but I think Snake Bonanza is my least favorite of the Bonanza games.
It's interesting because I get the case for the elephant, but I mean, like, I kind of almost just feel like the straight up Kong Bonanza, the first one you get, is kind of like it's just such a great. And there's just such a great feeling, like from a power fantasy standpoint, of being able to smash the shit out of things, and just feel so potent. And also just because it's just like a more powered version of your standard move set, it just kind of seems to have the most utility.
And I think I have a take about this as well that is maybe going to make some people mad.
Go for it.
I think Donkey Kong shouldn't turn into other animals. I think he should have just been different Kongs, different big Kongs where like this one is fast, this one can fly for some reason, this one can suck, and then this one can do big jump.
I'm torn because these are abilities that are, provided by elders that represent these different animals, right? And so and it does have a mystical, magical quality to it. So you do have the leeway to change. But I think I agree with you.
I kind of just miss him when he's them.
Nobody wants to play Snake Country or Snake Bonanza.
No.
Snake Bonanza.
Zebra Country. It's just like
it might partly be that the design doesn't quite look Donkey Kong enough. You know, I wonder if it was more like they just is a little bit more simian. The snake one was maybe a little bit less reptilian, and maybe there's a way they could have split the difference a little bit. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
There is a speedrunner who has already found out that there is a way to hold a rock and fly without ever getting the ostrich form.
Whoa.
And this has significantly reduced the overall footprint of the hourage of the game for a speedrun.
Wow.
It is a 2-frame like button press that will allow you to just fly with Donkey Kong with a rock in his hand.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Because, like...
Speedrunners are the best of us.
I mean, God. I love them.
Yeah.
But, with these Bonanza powers, you have a skill tree that when you find bananas throughout the world. And so that's, like, kind of the main thing that you're doing, where in Odyssey, it's moons, right? But in this game, it's bananas. But I feel like in Odyssey, they're like on the overworld too, and you can like find them in like secret little places and stuff.
Sure.
But in typical games like this, you're like earning them as a reward for completing like a challenge level or something like that. This, they're just kind of like, sometimes they're just in the dirt and like, or like they're like up really high and you have to figure out how to get to like a different place. Or there are these challenge levels that are scattered throughout the various maps that then you can get like 3 at a time for doing them. And then you have different skills per each Bonanza. And then also like DK gets skills too that then you can upgrade along the way.
Yeah, I like the skill tree. I mean, I've got so much skill tree fatigue, but I think it's like, it's simplified and straightforward enough. And it's... My big issue with skill trees is a lot of times it feels like you're getting like these incremental sort of advances that don't really feel like they're doing much to your character. You know what I mean? But here it feels like they're pretty tangible.
I have a take on this game.
Yeah.
I don't think everything needs to be open world.
You know, the areas, I agree with you 100%. The areas themselves, because they're so destructible, have to sort of, I guess they can't be linear is what I'm thinking, because they have to be, like, you have to be able to just go anywhere in this whole thing.
Yeah, it's more of a playground, more of a play space.
And each place is so contained, you can only go, like, you can't go from the 800 layer to the 700 layer so easily. You have to, like, actually
go to a
fast
pipe
travel.
or whatever. Yeah.
I do kind of wish it was a 2D platform. I like that more. Like that's like my favorite version of Donkey Kong is in 2D. I didn't play 64, so I had no experience with him in a 3D space, and I loved this game. So I feel like I'm just like thinking for what I would like best is when there's some 2D like Donkey Kong Country style levels in here. And that was some of my favorite stuff in the game.
I agree. I love those 2D levels. I think they're super fun.
Yeah.
There's just no way they're gonna make this. I mean, like it's just like if they're gonna have a flagship sort of like a system seller sort of game, I think it kind of has to be a 3D game at this point.
Yeah,
and I also do like them taking on the challenge of like, hey, let's do a 3D Donkey Kong platformer, and we've done the 2D thing over and over and over again. We've done a bunch of different iterations of that. Let's see what it's like. I also feel like it's like the Mario Odyssey thing, right? Of like you get a mostly 3D game, but you get those little sort of fun sub levels where you're getting to mess around in 2D a little bit, and those feel like a nice little vacation. So I don't know. I honestly do not have any sort of like I wasn't even thinking of it as an issue with this game with it being a 3D platform. I think it's part of the joy of it.
But like to Heather's point, like it is. I think we wouldn't mind so much if there was maybe 6 less areas. Like there's so much. It sounds like such a crazy thing to complain about.
No, there's an excess of biomes.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's also like the first time I played it for 8 hours straight without a break.
Yeah.
Like it's not like I didn't like the game.
Yeah.
But there was like I expect there to be some sort of transformative element and I know that you get new powers also.
Yes.
But it felt like I was waiting to turn a corner a lot in the game. And instead I was just given more of what I was enjoying, which eventually was like too much chocolate cake.
There was, I mean, let's talk about some of these biomes real quick, actually. Because like I'll just read off the layers. There's one that I won't say.
Okay.
There's one that I won't say because I don't want to spoil it.
Right.
Because here's the thing. While I was sort of thinking toward the end of this game, when is this going to be over? I'm kind of done with this at this point. Not that I'm not having fun anymore, but I'm just kind of like...
You're just kind of ready for it.
I'm just ready for it to be done. When I got into the end game, I was like, this is a staggering achievement. This is unbelievable. This game is so fucking good. And the ending is so much fun and so worth getting to, I think.
Yeah, I have not yet finished the game, but I have had the end game spoiled for me, unfortunately. Me too. And... hey, look, I'm looking forward to it.
I will say, I also had it spoiled for me, and yet my mouth hung open. I was like, so it's great. The ending of it is so fucking good, and like it's just like a gauntlet. It's fucking great. It rules. You have like the lagoon layer, the hilltop layer, the canyon layer, the divide, which is like a sort of fork in the road type place. Then you have the freezer, the forest, the junction, the resort, the Tempest, the landfill, which I was kind of like, Heather likes this one. This one's the trash area.
I love trash.
You have the racing layer, which I think is my least favorite of the entire one.
Sure.
Because like the only thing there to do is a race, and it doesn't play like the rest of the game at all, and it's actually genuinely frustrating to me.
There is a similar moment in Death Stranding too.
Okay, great. Yeah. The Radiance layer, the Groove layer, which was one of my favorites. I loved the Groove layer. The Groove layer is fucking good. It's really, really good. The Feast layer, which reminded me of you, Nick, because it's a bunch of burgers everywhere. Bunch of big burgers, bunch of big juicy burgers.
Yeah, I mean, look, I haven't gotten to the Feast layer yet, but I imagine I'll move in and live there.
Where's Nick? Oh, he lives in a big burger now. He lives in the game in a big burger.
Lives in the Feast layer. He's never been happier.
He taped his Switch 2 to his face.
He just has a conveyor belt like Homer Simpson feeding him burgers all day. Oh, man. Pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
And then you have the Forbidden Layer. Then you have the Planet Core. That's 16 levels. That's a lot of. It's just a lot. It's a lot of stuff. But
I've heard the same criticism from other people who finished the game.
Yeah.
So I don't think. I mean, like I think you can say it's great, but it's maybe too much of a good thing, and could be some addition by subtraction.
Whereas then, like, and I'll say too, I was not looking for a challenge with this game. I was actually delighted that it was very easy, and I think dangerously close to being for babies. Because up until the end game, there was like it almost posed no challenge for me at all.
Yeah.
I had enough resources for like buying the extra like hair dyes and different little outfits. By the way, yeah, you can get outfits in this game, and some of them are real cute. Some of them are really, really fun.
Yeah.
And they give you, some of them have different boons, I guess, where it's,
Right.
it'll, like this one charges your banana energy faster or whatever. This one makes you impervious to the poison goo or whatever.
And the outfits are not just for DK, they're also
Yes.
for Pauline, so you can make the two of you look stupid as
yeah,
fuck.
you can look really stupid, break the immersion.
I love getting the Pauline outfits.
The Pauline outfits are great, and if you have the amiibo, let's just say you get a familiar looking outfit that you might have seen
Wow.
before.
My amiibos are currently in storage,
Mhm.
and boy, oh boy, am I frustrated not being able to tap my amiibos to my Switch 2 right now.
If
Yeah.
you bring your Switch 2 next time, I'll bring my amiibo and you can get it right away.
Oh,
That was like yes and no. You can do that kind of stuff. There's like, I know we talked about smashing stuff, but you can also make stuff within the game. So like the game wants you to figure out how to get to certain things and how to achieve certain goals. So there was one early on where I could see a banana in the distance, but I didn't really quite know how to get over there. And I knew that it was probably like something else I could do later.
Right.
But there was a lot of mud by me. And if you throw mud at mud, it kind of sticks to it. So I just like made a bridge and like walked over there
yep.
and was kind of like, I don't think this was like correct.
Yeah, sure.
But you can do it.
But that's kind of like what's cool about this. It's part of what's cool about this game is you've got problems, not puzzles, right?
Yeah.
Like there is a correct way to solve it, but
Yeah.
you can also sort of use the engine to sort of to do an end around, and that's satisfying in its own way.
And the game is very, and this is even in the Wikipedia, it's very pleased with sequence breaking.
Yes.
It's not like you never punished for it. It's always a little bit like, good for you.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah, it's like when you figure out how to roll the ball in a Zelda shrine that's completely not what was intended, but
Yes.
you end up getting completing it anyway.
And back to the difficulty. It's not a challenging game by any means, but there was something towards the end where I needed, without spoiling it too much, you have to pay a toll a couple of times, and the toll gets higher and higher. And I was running out of gold, and I was basically gated out of getting to like the final area because I had to go back and then like mine for gold. Which, by the way, if you have to do it, the big trophy in the racing area is the way to go, and suck it up with the banana because it was with the elephant trunk, because it's just it took a long time. It was like, because I needed like 10,000 gold pieces to get to this final area, and I was like, nobody's walking around with this kind of change. I'm buying pink hair dye for Donkey Kong. Yeah, those are, of course, you actually know you don't use the money for that. Use that for fossils.
Yeah,
and like. But there are these like trees that then sprout bananas that you can give gold to, and I've been doing those a lot too. So I'm spending gold left and right. Basically, I'm making little homes in the little areas to like rest, which is really fun.
We talked about this in a previous episode.
Yeah.
But the little shelters you can make, very satisfying.
Really
gives
fun.
you a real clear, a straight ahead boost in terms of getting some extra, notches on your health bar. But then also it's just like these moments of connection between, DK and Pauline, which are really nice.
I think the amount of nostalgia in this game is like not overstuffed.
No,
I think that the game itself is overstuffed, but the philosophy with which they handled nostalgia is perfect. It is a light but satisfying touch.
Yes.
I really enjoyed that part. And I say that because in the houses you can listen to music, and some of that music are old tunes.
Dun 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 dun. I mean, come on.
That's pretty good.
Dun, dun,
I
dun.
only had the DK rap
Dun,
going
dun,
the whole
Yeah, me
time.
too.
Yeah, so I found other discs and was like, I'm only listening to
Yeah.
DK rap.
DK.
This game, unlike say a Mario Sunshine or a Mario 64,
How dare you?
I didn't even say it yet.
I don't even know what you're saying, but to put those two games next to each other to make a point.
In those games, you need to get certain things to progress.
Okay, yes.
Where
Sure.
like you, what is it in? You need like, what is it?
Shines?
In
You gotta
Shines,
shine,
yeah, to unlock like the next level or like
Yeah.
the boss level or
This
whatever.
Stars.
This is a really standard. I mean, the rare platformers, Banjo Kazooie.
Yes.
This is like a very standard sort of platformer convention.
In this one, you don't need to do that.
Nope.
You just you could plow forward and not get bananas. Like you could just like straight up not get them. Your skills would be horrible.
Yeah.
You would have only base skills, but you don't need the bananas don't give you any value besides increasing the levels of your various skills. And I actually do have a complaint about the
Well, there's the intangible benefit of getting to hear, "Oh, banana."
Well, yeah, that's priceless.
Yeah.
Like you can't you'd be missing out on one of the great features, one of the more iconic features of any game to come out in the last decade.
Yeah. It's a good drop.
I'm saying that you don't need to get bananas to tell you how many bananas I got, which was near 500 in my playthrough.
Oh, bananas.
Yes. There are 1,000 in the game.
Yep.
Will I go and do this? I don't think so.
Yeah.
I know that there's post-game stuff that I'm interested in checking out, but I never went and got all of the moons in Odyssey. I never or did all the cat shines or whatever they're called in 3D World. I don't play these like that.
What if
You paid me $1 million? Sure,
no,
I'll do it.
No, what if this game is not for us? And what I mean by that is, imagine a kid getting a Switch 2 and Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot of other games that are coming out for Switch 2 proper.
Mhm.
And they have this big game that they can keep going into and keep digging into. And that's the game that's going to tide them over for the next major Nintendo release.
Yes, not for us, not as in not our taste.
Right.
Not for us that they designed it so that like a kid could get this one $70 game and have it for a couple of years probably.
Right. Especially with the increased price of games,
Yes.
the increased price of the Switch 2. Maybe it's like better that we made this game big and too thick than that we appealed to gamers in their 20s, 30s, and 40s.
Yeah, well, yeah. When you're a kid, you have nothing but time. It's like, the more is more, right? It's just like, it's like podcast listeners. They're like, give me the longest episode you got. You know, you got nothing but time, and so I feel like you freaks know what I mean. You like them long.
Yeah. You like them long.
Anyway, you're an adult. It's just like, I welcome a 4 to 6 hour game.
Yes.
A sub 10 hour game. I was like, this is great. This is perfect. I can play this and I can play something else. When these games start to really dominate your time, it's just like, I don't know. And I'm someone who doesn't have kids. Like, if you did, it's just like, and it's not a kid. Like, you're not playing with them. You want some solo gamer time. This might take you a couple of months to get through.
If you have kids, you probably have to put the kid in timeout, face the corner until I'm done playing my game. It's ridiculous.
But yeah, I mean, just like
the kid died there.
and just as an adult with a job, like that's like, and I don't mean this job. Like as an adult with a job, it's like. You don't have as much time for gaming, and it is like a little bit frustrating when something makes such an unreasonable amount of time. All that said, I don't really have a I get that, but I love this game.
Yes.
I think it's so fucking awesome. I think it's such a masterpiece.
Yeah, I hate to have. I feel like maybe the most complaints about it that I like at least here on the show, because I didn't not enjoy any second of me playing the game at all.
Yeah.
I loved it. I thought it was so much fun. And even last night when I was cramming because I knew I was close.
Right.
And I just was like, I gotta just see this to the end, at least to the credits, so I can be here today and say that I at least rolled credits on it. And I went to bed past my bedtime last night because I knew what today was going to be like for me. And I was like, I have time I'm just going to knock this out now. And, I went to bed at 12:15.
Wow.
That's late for me.
It's a late time.
I'm usually in bed by 10.
Yep.
I'm usually in bed by 10 o'clock. But I was having so much fun. And here's the thing. I kind of felt like I was being bad too. So then I was like, I'm actually having a little more fun than I thought. But I was like, I couldn't put it down because the last section of the game is so fucking fun.
Yeah.
And all of it, even the bloat in the middle, and the before that was worth getting to the end. Because it's just so satisfying and just becomes a I don't know, it just becomes a really, really fun game. I don't want to be somebody that overrates Astrobot. Right? Because like we talk about Astrobot and we talk about how that game.
I had the same thought, Matt.
That game does nostalgia in a very specific way and does 3D platforming in a very specific way too. And I kind of think it's going to take a lot to take Astrobot down. And I don't know if I don't think this is it.
Astrobot was a masterpiece, and it really, like, how did that happen?
I don't know. And it's going to take a lot. And I think this game does a lot of things great that Astrobot doesn't do. I think this game does it's a well executed 3D platform. I just think that like right now Astrobot's the king of this type of game, and everybody else is on notice. They gotta fucking figure it out if they want to do something bigger and better than that.
You've actually finished the game, so I'll let you make that claim. I would not. I put it within the realm of possibility that when I roll credits on this sumbitch, I will like it more than Astrobot.
Wow.
I do think it's super fun. A lot of that is my affinity for just
DK.
Yeah, just Donkey Kong himself, but also just like the Astrobot. There's such different vibes, right? Like Astrobot is like kind of like this cool sort of breezy sort of feel, and here this is just such like it's such chaos, it's such demolition, and I'm just really find myself responding to that more. And but both games are incredible.
You're a Banana a Day guy too, so you have a lot in common.
That's true. Yeah, that's right.
With DK, with the big man. Anybody? Oh, I'll say too. I rolled credits at 35 hours. It's
a big game.
It's a big game.
It is
chunky.
a big
for
game.
a big boy.
But I mean, it's just I think the thing about this game, because right now the Switch 2 just came out a couple months ago.
Yep.
It's got your entire Switch library, and then the main games for it right now are Mario Kart World and Donkey Kong Bonanza are like the two big ones, right? And if Mario Kart World was not a reason for you to get a Switch 2, I think Bonanza is it. Bonanza is fucking stellar.
I still stand by what I said for my first impressions, which is I think if you're going to get a Switch 2 anyway at some point, if you're like I'm thinking to get a Switch 2, and one's available. My understanding is that stock is fairly is readily available.
Yeah.
Like, I shouldn't say readily, but that you're more likely to see a Switch 2 at like a Target than you might expect.
Right.
They're not as supply constrained. I think if you were like, I'm going to buy a Switch 2 at some point, this game is good enough to justify that purchase. But I'm not sure if I would be like, I wasn't sure if I was going to buy a Switch 2. I wasn't sold on it. I don't know if I'd say you buy it just for Bonanza, unless you really, really like 3D platformers, in which case you're probably buying a Nintendo first-party piece of hardware anyway. But it is a fucking awesome game.
Yeah. We'll see what happens when Kirby Air Riders comes out, and then all these Switch 2s start flying off the shelves.
Any other thoughts, Matt?
I loved it. I'm excited to put it to bed for now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get to the post game at some point, but it was nice to spend a lot of time with it. And look, Donkey Kong, for me, I think at least top 3 Nintendo guys, right? Like he's fucking awesome.
Top 3 Nintendo guys. I mean, it's got to be Mario and Link.
Mario and Link.
Then
who's 3?
Yeah,
I think DK.
Could be Samus. I guess DK has more iconography and more connection to, or I'm sorry, is more of an icon because it's been with the company since its very early days. Shigeru Miyamoto's first game. But
there's somebody
because I was just thinking because Donkey Kong to me is part of the Mario sort of expanded universe. So I'm like, is that a slot you want to throw in like a Samus or a Kirby or something?
There's somebody whose top 3 are an Inkling, Dr. Olimar, and the hand guy from
Master Hand from
Master
Smash Brothers.
Hand. Yeah.
I mean, there's also people who would be like Mario, Wario, Waluigi.
Yeah,
Sure.
that's true. It's true. Hey, this is an episode 4.
What are we, Matt? How was this an oversight? It's Pikachu.
Is Pikachu Nintendo?
I think so.
Isn't he Game Freak? Isn't he
Pokemon Company?
But
he's Nintendo. People associate with Nintendo. I think it's got to be Pikachu.
I'm about to say something so insane.
Yeah.
To me, Pokemon is its own thing. And I know that it's only on the Nintendo platform.
I completely agree with
I think
you.
it's its own thing.
I completely agree with you, and I don't have any, you could put a gun to my head and I wouldn't be able to defend that.
It doesn't make sense even. But, but for some reason, it's its own thing. Like, I don't know. Like, I could see a Nintendo theme park without any Pokemon representation and a completely separate Pokemon theme park.
See, I can see a Pokemon theme park as a separate Pokemon theme park, and hey, that's you printing money if you did that. But I don't think Nintendo would have no presence of Pokemon in there, and like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just it's so tied to their brand.
And then it's Pikachu #1, it's Mario 2, and then it's Waluigi 3.
But is in Super Nintendo Land is Pikachu there?
I'm sure there's a Pikachu walk around or something, right?
Because there is a Rambi, there is DK, there is Mario.
I don't know if they're doing Pikachu because I know that the rumor is that they're going to take
Pikachu.
They want to turn the Simpsons area into a Pokemon area.
Oh, okay.
Is what I've heard.
All right, so maybe they're saving it.
Yeah, so they're saving it. But yeah, great.
I withdraw what I said. Donkey Kong Bonanza on speedrun.com right now. The any percentage #1 ranking, Tyron 18 at 1 hour, 9 minutes, 25 seconds. That was clocked 1 day ago as of this record. And for true ending, Fabs has 4 hours, 35 minutes, 39 seconds.
I forgot to say the name earlier that I really liked of one of the bad guys.
What was it?
Abracadabra.
Yeah, that's a fucking great name.
I wrote it down. I was like, this is the best name of the villain.
It's really good.
Abracadabra is really good.
Is a home run.
It's kind of like how you could butcher my last name even.
Matt Abracadabra.
Matt Abracadabra.
I want to talk about the way we played the game, which is what I liked about this game is that you can button mash. Basically, you can create an internal combo that's constantly refillable that will allow you to just blindly dig, effectively camera-free, like unable to even see what you're doing. And the game doesn't punish you for it. And I found it such a satisfying form of locomotion of like, don't have to fucking look at anything, don't have to talk, constantly running into gems and fossils that I didn't even see. And continuing to barrel forward. And it felt, even though it wasn't fast, it gave me, I complain all the time about games not being fast enough.
Yeah.
And I think what I'm complaining about is being punished when I want to do something.
Yeah.
Right.
And speed is usually the only barrier to the thing that I want to do. In DK, he doesn't move particularly fast, but I never felt punished by his locomotion.
Yeah, because you're at least always doing something.
Yeah, you're constantly doing something.
Yeah.
And I really appreciated that about the game and loved it.
I loved using the vacuum trunk from the elephant. The elephant vacuum trunk is really fun.
Oh, we didn't mention turf surfing. Turf surfing is awesome.
Turf surfing's really
and
good.
Chunk jumping.
Turf surfing's too slow. I didn't like it.
You can traverse goos, poison goos, in lavas in the
Sure,
line.
but it's so slow. I wanted him to go faster.
You can speed up a little bit.
You can speed it up, but it's still pretty slow.
I didn't have an issue with it.
I want Sonic Frontier's running speed when he's turf surfing.
You want him to be Sonic speed?
Yeah.
Heather.
But also I want Sonic speed in Blueprints.
Yeah. I can't wait for you guys to see the Banandium route. It's pretty cool.
Okay.
There's a lot of bananas in the game. Banandium route, really cool looking. Really good stuff. I loved the game, and so did a lot of you.
Yeah, that's right. It's time for the You Play of our We Play, You Play. It's your review crew, the Ryu crew.
Hello!
Here we go. These are all from our Discord, discord.gg/getplayed.
I got ranch.
You got ranch.
You scared me.
This first one's from Suico Man 444.
Hi, Suico Man.
And they write, I put 55 hours into it and got all 1,000 bananas.
Wow. Shit.
Loved every second of it and felt like a continuation of Super Mario Odyssey formula. That's correct.
Suico Man, that's alpha as hell.
Very alpha. Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations.
This next one's from JJ, and they write, DKB. I'm glad you exist, but I'd still rather be playing Death Stranding 2.
Oh, a take.
It's a take, and we'll allow it. Look.
Yeah, they're trying different things.
They're doing different things.
Yeah.
They're different stuff, but sometimes you're always like, I got to get back to the other one. This next one, Acho Sid. Acho Sid. We'll find out. Sid writes, I just can't get that into it. Feels repetitive and the control scheme remains bizarre. I don't think I'll finish it, but I'll never stop saying, oh, banana.
Oh, banana. I agree. The jump button is in a strange place.
You can change it, but I played too much of it to then change it.
Yeah.
There's not. It's really cool. That was really smart how they map the directional attacks to different buttons instead of having that be tied to an analog stick and one attack button, analog stick tilt and one attack button. You are left with those are the three most natural places to put those directional attacks, and putting the jump. Where the jump button is, it's a little awkward, but it makes the most sense. But also, it's a little bit less of an aerial platformer, than some others. I don't know. It's something you have to adapt to, but it did not bother me.
Every time I turn the game on, the first thing I do is not jump when I try to jump.
Yeah, I'm always pounding straight into the ground.
Yeah, I gotta look for jump.
Accidentally destroying a fractone. This next one's from Olivia.
Hi, Olivia.
And Olivia writes, kind of wish it was more of a traditional platformer, but it's quite fun to smash stuff. Oh, banana. Oh, by the way, a lot of people for their comment just wrote, oh, banana.
Love that.
Really good. This next one's from one of our mods, Ted Cord. Shout out to the mods.
What's up, Ted Cord?
This was the perfect game to play with my 5-year-old daughter. She was so happy when Pauline appeared, and we gleefully said, oh, banana, every time we got a banana.
That's awesome.
Yeah. We're working on post-game achievements together right now and still loving every second. 5 out of 5. Great work, Nintendo.
Yeah, there is a 2-player mode. Did anyone mess around with that?
I did not, but I
either.
believe you just control Pauline on DK's back in the same way that you would be Cappy in Odyssey.
That's fun to do with a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. My wife wasn't interested. This next one's from Bronto.
Hi, Bronto.
What's up, Bronto?
Emily Bronto.
Bronto writes, it's addictive, but it never ends. You think you're done, and they want more and more bananas. Please, I just want to see my family. And finally, UPN Loaded writes, so far, Donkey Kong Bonanza is the first game to give Clair Obscur Expedition 33 a challenge for my game of the year.
Wow.
I've put in about 65 hours.
Holy shit.
And I had a blast playing it. And for those worried about difficulty, the game offers some significantly more challenging missions in the postgame. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I can get in there and get a little challenge. That's pretty good.
Oh, banana.
Oh, that's banana.
Oh, banana.
We started talking about minions at the beginning, and now we're still talking about... We're talking about bananas the whole episode.
Wow.
Yeah.
Life is a herald.
Pecco.
That's this week's Get Played. Our producer is Rochelle Chen. Ranch, yard, __ Sard. What are you streaming these days, Ranch?
Silent Hill 2.
Whereabouts are you in Silent Hill 2 these days?
I actually just exited what was like the most bottom floor of the other world.
Okay.
And now I'm like back outside.
Okay.
I think I'm like at least 3/4 done with the game.
Yeah.
Sounds like.
You'll get there. You're getting close.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel like I haven't seen Pyramid Head very much at all.
Well, he for sure sees you.
Always lurking. Also, people should check out Ranch's podcast, The D-Files, wherever you listen to pods. Our music is by Ben Prunty, benpruntymusic.com. Our art is by Duck Brigade Design, duckbrigade.com. Get Played merch at kinshipgoods.com. And check out Get Animate over on Patreon.
That's right. This week we're watching Redline, the anime film Redline, which is about racing. And to that I say vroom vroom.
Vroom, vroom.
Let me tell you, if you haven't seen Redline, treat yourself, whether you're going to listen to the Get Animate episode or not. But we do hope you join us over there at patreon.com/getplayed.
That's right. And you know what? Who got played?
Who?
Oh, banana.
Oh, banana.
Oh, banana.
That was a HeadGum podcast.